Morning, everybody. I'm going to call the meeting to order. If you please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. First item on the agenda is our consent agenda, and some routine items, and I would move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
A motion, a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion passes. Agenda item number 2 is questions and comments. Anybody online?
Nobody online.
Anybody here in the room that would like to come forward? Seeing none, we'll move to agenda item number 3. This is a Human Resource Department item, and I'll invite up our Human Resource Director, Michael Kurtz. Good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. Michael Kurtz, HR Director. I am here to recommend that the Board of Commissioners enter into a 2-year collective bargaining agreement, which would be effective July 1st, 2025 and expiring June 30th, 2027 with the Douglas County Law Enforcement Association. This contract includes an annual cost of living allowance of 3% in both the first and second years of the contract, and also includes a 2% wage market adjustment for just the non-sworn employees.
Move to approve the collective bargaining agreement. I second.
A motion, a second. Questions or comments? So I'm the liaison to the Sheriff's Department and HR, so I want to just take a minute and thank you and the DCLA for getting this accomplished, and appreciate your work. I know this takes a long time and there's a lot to it, and I think the law enforcement folks came to the table in earnest to try to get this resolved too, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you. Agenda item number 4 is a management and finance item, and I'll invite up Mr. Dan Wilson, our finance director.
Morning, Commissioners. Dan Wilson, Management and Finance. For you is a grant agreement between Douglas County and Glide Revitalization in the amount of $300,000 to be used for assisting victims of the March 2025 Douglas County flood event.
Move to approve the grant agreement. I'll second that.
We have a motion, a second. I'll make a couple comments and see if the other commissioners would like to also. So this gets a little confusing. Glide Revitalization is the long-term recovery group for the entire county. They were designated by FEMA after the 2020 wildfires. They have been working closely with the county and emergency management and have collected a significant list of needs, unmet needs. As folks may know, the state legislature granted a little bit of money at the end of the biennium, and that money was used up pretty quickly. It had a lot of strings attached to it, and there is a significant list of unmet needs that FEMA wouldn't cover anyway. Now, we did get notification from FEMA that they were not going to cover individual losses, and that and during their analysis and their metric, the counties, none of the counties met that requirement. However, there is an appeal process, and I know Douglas County and other counties, along with Glide Revitalization, Emily is working with the state and trying to get the information together to possibly appeal that decision from FEMA. These dollars will be focused, from what I understand, in a way that the items that are unmet would not be FEMA eligible, likely would not be FEMA eligible anyway. So I think this is a good attempt to try to meet those unmet needs. Is that a pretty good analysis? Any other questions or comments? And I think Glide Revitalization is doing a great job making sure those dollars are spent correctly. Hearing no other questions or comments, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you. Agenda item number 5 is a Parks Department item. This is a grant agreement amendment, and I'll invite up our Parks Director, Mr. Mark Wolf.
Morning, Commissioners. Mark Wall, Park Director. Before you have an amendment to an existing land and water conservation grant. For Stanton Park Phase 3, it amends the grant from $580,000 to $715,267, and it's for the rehabilitation of the lower campground at Stanton.
Move to approve the grant agreement.
And I'll second that.
A motion, a second. Questions or comments?
This is a good job by you, Mark. You essentially called them and went back to the folks and said, you know, if there's additional money available, we have additional need, and just asked for an increase in the previously determined grant award to make this happen. And it was just one of those things where if you didn't ask, we wouldn't have gotten it, but you asked. And so here we are getting some more money.
Well, that upper part's looking pretty good. I was down there for the Pioneer Days, so
Yeah, construction should wrap up. Paving starts September 8th, so it'll be essentially done by mid-September. We've gone out to rebid the landscaping, and expect the landscaping to go on this fall and winter.
felt a little sorry for Canyonville. The roads are kind of tore up, at least the sidewalks are, with the safe
Fast
routes to
forward.
schools. Their parks kind of tore up, and
Fast forward a year, it's gonna
yeah,
be
it's gonna be very nice when they get done. Any more questions or comments? We have a motion, a second. Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 6 is also a parks item. Mr. Wall.
Mark Wall again. Before you have a contract between Douglas County and Morello Construction, and this is to complete the aforementioned Stanton Park Phase 3 project. Project costs $1.16 million. Obviously with a grant of $580 from LWCF that we just got an increase on, and work should be completed by next June.
To approve this contract.
I'll second.
We have a motion, a second. Questions or comments? Again, thank you for doing this work. I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you. Agenda item number 7 is a Public Works item, and I'll invite up our Public Works Director, Scott Adams. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Scott Adams, Public Works. Item number 7 is a contract between Douglas County and Rundell Inc. Provide miscellaneous road maintenance on an on-call and as-needed basis. Term expiration date of 8/11 of 2026.
To approve the contract.
I'll second.
A motion, a second. Any questions or comments? I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 8 is also a Public Works item. Mr. Adams?
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works. This is a contract between Douglas County and Goslin Construction LLC to provide miscellaneous road maintenance on an on-call and as-needed basis. Term expiration date of 8/18 of 2026.
Move to approve the contract.
I'll second that.
A motion and second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 9, Public Works. Mr. Adams?
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works, item number 9, last but not least, this is a contract between Douglas County and Black Pearl Paving and Excavation for a miscellaneous road maintenance on an on-call and as-needed basis. Term expiration date of 9/15 of 2026.
To approve the contract.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Questions or comments? So all 3 of these are just the routine ones you have in place, so when there's an emergency, you can surge capacity.
Yes,
I
these
appreciate you having these in place.
3 contractors helped us out tremendously during the March grant event.
Perfect. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you, Scott. I have one off-agenda item, and this is also a capacity building item. So as my fellow commissioners know, I have delegated authority. I'll just go ahead and read the delegation. The board delegates Commissioner Freeman the authority to sign all wildfire-related documents, including but not limited to incident command delegation of authority documents. I'd like to add to that, in the absence of Commissioner Freeman, Commissioner Kress will assume the delegation. So I will move for that amendment to the delegation.
I'll second.
I have a motion, a second, and the reason for that is twofold. One, last summer we had, throughout the summer, we had 19 different fire teams in the 138 days of fire season. I attended either in person or on Zoom, 155 fire meetings. So far this summer, it hasn't been bad, but I think the idea of having some extra capacity so we can sort of split things up is not a bad idea. So we have a motion, a second. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 10 is commissioner comments. Commissioner Boyce?
Nothing for me today.
Commissioner Kress?
I've got nothing either.
So I would just like to remind people that we are in fire season. It's hot and dry out. The last thing we need is human caused fires. I was talking to the sheriff earlier this morning. He went up the North Umpqua and was checking in at the campgrounds and seeing what the reservation stuff looked like for this weekend. It looks like that's gonna be relatively full up there, so lots of folks, lots of potential for human caused fires. So I just would ask everybody to be careful. Be nice to get through this year without huge major fires. So we are having a fire slip down from Lane County into Douglas County in the eastern portion of our county. So we're certainly monitoring that. With nothing else, I'll adjourn the meeting and thank you all for being here.